right, Julian. European 2025. European champion, right? No-Gi World or 2024.
2024.
Forget the years.
2020. Hold on. No, 2022 on brown belt, 2023 black belt, and 2024.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 years in a row. That's good.
Nice, bro. Hell yeah. And No-Gi World, you've been tearing it up in the No-Gi scene.
Yeah, trying to kill it. I've been
bro.
having single matches, big names, trying to take on them.
It's awesome, man. From somebody from Costa Rica, from Central America, like representing, doing well. It's really great.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I always tell people, like, just you gotta believe in your dreams. That they are actually not dreams. It's just like goals of mine. And people from Costa Rica wouldn't believe that you're actually able to achieve them. But I think with discipline, hard work, and believe in yourself, you can actually do whatever you want.
Did you always want to be think big and want
Yeah, I always
be on the stage?
Love jiu-jitsu. To be honest, like 3 years ago, I wouldn't imagine myself being here right now. But then I eventually started to understand that I was actually able to do it if I wanted to. And I will used to see, like, for example, Diego Pato before, when I was like a blue belt or purple belt. I was like, I would never want to fight with Diego Pato. He's going to kick my ass. And eventually I got to fight with him in 2023 on the semifinals of the Worlds. And I think I ended up fighting by 2 advantages. And then I realized, like, he's a human just like me. And he's not a superhero. He's beatable. And then I realized I could be at his level. And since then I've been, like, staying on the top.
That's a big thing, like you're kind of like heroes, right? And then they become like your competitors in a way. You face them in a tournament or something in a match.
Yeah, that's a pretty good feeling.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm there, I just have to adjust, right? Do some adjustments and keep improving.
Yes, sir. But yeah, these are like little heroes. Like, even if you meet them just like that, it's like you're at this level, just like you. Like, I remember first time I saw you was like 2011, fighting one guy from Costa Rica. His name is Lewin. And I was like, oh, he's really good. I think you finished him with a heel hook, and by that time, nobody knew what it was. And they were like, why
Ludwig, huh? And when I fought
Perro,
yeah, Perro.
And everybody was like, what is that submission? And like, now I'm here, so it's a pleasure to
wow, cool,
to be able to become friends with you. Thanks to Thomas.
Yeah.
And well, being the podcast.
Yeah, it's awesome, and thank you for making the time to come up. Congratulations on your win this weekend.
Thank you.
In town for you want to talk about it?
It was like all of the sudden, because I wasn't planning on doing this tournament. But then I decided to come visit one of my best friends, Thomas, that lives here and trains with you and teaches here as well. And well, he also wanted me to host a little class. So it was basically like 1-2 week notice maybe. And I just I was training, doing my camp. And I was ready to do my weight class and open class, and I did it, and I actually got the wins. So it was a good feeling, just like knowing that all the work that I've been planning and working was able to show the results and the fruits of it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been a little bit connected from the TacFit stuff that I do. There's a few TacFit guys in Costa Rica. This guy Carlos Zamora, Coco, we call him. So I kind of I'm friends with a few guys like Soka's what's his name? Represents Soka in Costa Rica.
The Brazilian
guy. The Brazilian guy.
Sydney Machado.
That's it, Sydney Machado.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I know he does TacFit, and I think it's pretty cool, but I've never done it.
Yeah.
It looks hard to do, like a good training session.
Yeah, it's good, but it's smart, right? You learn about your body, and you learn about technique, like body mechanics and breathing, and it's cool. It makes you I think can make you better, right? And performance and everything. Old school, the roots are from Russia kind of stuff. We're training,
Okay.
And then the guy evolved it, and yeah.
Yeah, definitely gonna train here next time I'm here.
For sure.
Give it a try.
For sure. How did you start? How did you start in jiu-jitsu?
So it goes back to 29, I believe. I don't really know. I was too young to remember. But it basically
2009.
2009.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
So I was 9 years old. I was born
Wow.
in 2000.
Wow. When did I fight in Costa Rica? Like 2010. You're like
2011, I
11.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dad had a friend that he just started jiu-jitsu, brand new white belt, and like 1 week in the gym, they opened a kids program, and he told my dad because they were really close friends, and he was like, "You want to go train jiu-jitsu? I don't know what it is, but maybe you like it." So he kind of knew what it was.
Yeah.
Because I mean, his friend tried to explain him, but he didn't know better because he was a brand new white belt. So he took me to the gym. I always did sports. Like I think I tried everything, and I was pretty good at it. But I didn't have the love as I had it for jiu-jitsu. So I went for my first class. I remember it as if it was yesterday, and I just fell in love with it. And I think from that time I didn't stop doing it. So yeah, 2009, and then yeah, I was in that gym for like 13 years,
Wow.
and then I moved gyms, and I've been there for like 3 years now.
What's the gym you're in now?
Renzo Gracie, Costa Rica.
Okay.
Yeah, now we're moving to Austria.
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
teach there, so it's gonna be Renzo Gracie, Austria, in Vienna.
Nice. So you're gonna move to Austria?
Yeah, I'm moving there like in 2 weeks.
Wow, man.
Yeah, pretty excited about
Wow.
it. It's like in Costa Rica, jiu-jitsu.
That matches up well with the European Championships, right?
Exactly. And even if I get my European passport, I'll try to win the European trials too for ADCC.
Nice.
But yeah, so jiu-jitsu in Costa Rica is getting huge now. There's a lot of academies. People are getting better. But we found something in Vienna. Well, first of all, it's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
A lot of landscape. Nice people as well. Good food. But other than that, we found the most important part for us, and it's like it's a city that is well educated, and it basically makes you wanna become a better person, more professional, and it makes you level up, or you have to level up. You can be getting behind other people. So we decided to move there because of that reason, and also because there's jiu-jitsu, there's a lot of jiu-jitsu, but we want to take something that is not there, like high level jiu-jitsu. If people want to compete, hopefully become professional, we want to help them to
achieve their goals,
to become that, to achieve their goals.
That's nice.
So yeah, it's something.
There was
that
like a Roger Gracie there right before. And
there's a Roger Gracie.
Yeah, but it's a big city, right? It's a big city.
It is a big city. 2 million people, I believe.
Wow. Like historic city too. Like a lot of history.
Yeah, where you got inspired by
Beautiful city.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, he was from Graz, but still, yeah, there's a lot of people.
Where are you from in Costa Rica?
I'm from Cartago.
Okay,
It's
that's
a
where I
province.
fought. Yeah, okay.
Oh, it was in Cartago.
Yeah, I
you're
fought in
right.
Cartago.
Yeah, Cartago is basically like 30 minutes away from San Jose, the capital. Well,
We stayed there. Yeah, we stayed in a hotel and
in San Jose.
Cartago.
Oh, Cartago. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good. It was like a little downtown area with the church, and
Okay.
we walked around there.
Like, yeah, little town. That's Cartago. Like
Yeah.
just little towns, very rural, nice people. You see a lot of cows, a lot of nature, but it's a nice city.
Yeah, they had no commission. I don't think athletic commission when I fought, and so I don't think they checked for anything. And it was like a UFC and Pride rule, so you could throw elbows on the ground, the
really?
knees, and everything. Yeah, the pedal tried to kill me, you know.
Yeah, I
So
can
when I grabbed-
imagine how it was back in the day.
So when I grabbed the leg, I wasn't gonna let go.
Yeah. But yeah, I live in Cartago. I lived there my whole life.
Nice.
In a little town from Cartago.
Is that where Tomas is from?
No, Tomas is from Heredia, so that's
Okay.
another province. But yeah, Cartago, I live in a little town that is, the name is Quebradilla, and I've lived there my whole life. It's like little town. Well, where everybody knows everybody, and it's just like a friendly family town.
Yeah. So the gym that you originally started at was what gym?
It was Athletic Advance.
Ah, okay.
You
What-
probably know. Oh, you followed the guy Rasta Aranik from there
Yeah.
too. Yeah, you follow everybody from Costa Rica took over them,
No way, man.
conquering Costa
They're
Rica.
the brave guys, you know.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guys like a lot of heart, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I used to train there. Then I decided to move.
Nice. Till you moved to San Jose when you got
Well, I always live in Cartago. Then I moved for like 2 years out of my house, and I was living like in San Jose, so it was closer to training and stuff. Then I started like traveling and like being out of the country for I don't know 1 month and a half, 2 months, and it didn't make sense for me to just have my own apartment. So I went back to Cartago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, because I was looking at the lineage, right? The Wesson family, they used to bring a lot of guys, like top guys, to give seminars and just to be there with them.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we're still like training with them. Like we usually would go now. Like we don't bring that many guys now, but we are often training.
Maybe
with
like 10 years ago or around that time, right? They would.
Yeah, probably they would
Because
bring.
they were trying to get good, really good, and
Yeah, like the Mendes
improve the level.
Bros. I remember Gary Tonnen used to be there a lot, and all of those guys from the Danaher squad back in the day. But nowadays, like we bring some people like Daniel Big Dan goes to train there often. Who else? Luke Griffith, but mostly we go and train with Brian Glick. He's a really close friend of ours and like our coach. So we're trying to stay up to date, and I think that's one of the keys for us to being able to become high level grapplers.
perform at the highest levels,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Just trying to keep ourselves like updated with the new things.
It's interesting because I mean, 20 years ago, I mean, what is it now? 2025, like 15 years ago, even, right? Like the information wasn't so readily available. You had to bring guys out. Now you can watch the matches online. You can break down the matches, watch like new things, or even like training inside the gym, right? That people post videos and share a lot of content, right?
Yeah, exactly. Everything is online. Like you get to go on YouTube. You can buy DVDs now. Some people pirate them. So yeah, you can just do it from wherever you are at.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can imagine. Well, I was doing jiu-jitsu, but I was a kid, so I didn't have to do that work, basically. But yeah, back in the day, it was like
How old are you now?
pretty hard. I'm 24,
Wow,
turning
amazing,
25
man.
this
It's
year.
awesome.
Yeah, been training for a while now.
Wow, it's amazing, man.
My body feels like 60.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's Cartago. Wow, what a like coincidence, right? In a way.
Yeah, I mean, what's meant to be, maybe to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah, because it was a small town in Costa Rica, right? They had one like that arena where we fought.
Yeah, I don't even remember where it was. Like,
I'm still like Facebook friends with some people from there. You know?
oh yeah, yeah. But it is crazy that it was in Cartago, and even more in Costa Rica. Like,
Right.
I don't think there were not even 4 academies in Costa Rica by that time. It's like probably just a few people training, and they didn't know who they were fighting.
Yeah, they had but they had like Brazilians there for a while. Like I think Sydney fought on that card too.
Yeah, he's one of the first Brazilians and like people starting jiu-jitsu in Costa Rica, I believe. Alongside this guy Mauro Sergio, another Brazilian guy, one of the first guys to ever go to Costa Rica and teach jiu-jitsu. I think like he was the professor of like all the guys from Athletic Advance and some other guys.
And that was a big gym, right? The Athletic Advance.
Yeah, I believe it's still a big gym. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Because how many people live in Costa Rica?
We're about 6 million people. It's very small. I don't know how big. Well, definitely California is bigger than it, like for a lot. But yeah, we're a pretty
LA,
small
how many
country.
people in LA? Like 10 million people? Something like that.
Just LA.
Just LA. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big city. But yeah, we're a pretty small country. Big, beautiful country.
Yeah.
But yeah, jiu-jitsu is getting popular now. Like,
The Rotuli brothers are doing like a little gym there too, right? Or
I
some
wouldn't
kind of
say
training.
a little, yeah.
What's a big
It's
place?
a huge place, yeah. I think they're using it for camps and just like retirements and stuff like that. It's
Enjoy nature,
yes,
and
enjoy
surfing.
nature, yeah. It's like from San Jose, you would drive like 6 hours, I believe. It's like in Guanacaste, one of the provinces. Beautiful beaches there.
It's on the East Coast and West Coast.
That would be West Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful gym. Yeah, I can't wait to go there and train with them.
Yeah. the my friend Alexander. He's a black belt too, top black belt back in the day, and he does music. So he did like this music camp. One of the students from here does the camps on Nosora.
Nosara.
So I told him, okay, I'll go. So I went for a day, and because it was a couple of days, it's like I can go for a day, and we flew into Liberia airport.
Yeah.
And then it was a couple hours from there.
Okay,
And
yeah.
it was so beautiful. I was like, wow, they did really good job.
Super beautiful, yeah. What do you love the most about Costa Rica? That you've been there a couple times.
Man, the nature is so beautiful. You know, the ocean, the people are friendly. You know, I think I've been there like maybe 4 or 5 times.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went there for a few tac fit events. I went there for my friend's music thing,
Okay.
and then I did my friend Coco Zamora, who teaches tac fit in San Jose. He came and picked me up, and I did a little workshop with him at his gym. He had a big gym. What's the nice area in San Jose? Like more expensive area?
Maybe like Savannah.
What's another one?
Like Barrio Escalante, San Pedro, Curridabat, Escazú.
Yeah, that's one.
Escazú. Yeah,
Escazú.
that's one of the nicest.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
the worst.
Yeah. So he had a really nice gym there, and then the pandemic happened, and then yeah, it was like like a lot of things shifted right after that.
Even jiu-jitsu, I think that was like when the pandemic started, like everybody was training, like you weren't supposed to train, and then like they opened it up a little bit and you could train in bubbles, they called it. But everybody was just mixing up, like
Yeah.
nobody cared about it. But then in Costa Rica, well, here it was worse obviously, but in Costa Rica hit like really bad, like there were a lot of people dying and stuff. So they shut all the gyms, almost every commercial. So basically, I didn't train for like 6 months, and I was having a little fight with jiu-jitsu, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do jiu-jitsu anymore. I was like, just
Wow.
fighting with it.
Wow.
And then I didn't do it for 6 months because we couldn't train, and like you wouldn't be able to go out of your house, maybe just to the supermarket, and that was it. And I was like, maybe I can just stop doing jiu-jitsu for now.
Stop doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, like it feels good. My body is like feeling good. I'm mentally well. And then like one friend of mine came after 6 months, and we trained at my house. And I was like, no, I can't stop doing this. I love this thing. And yeah, that was like a good memory that I have.
Because you chose like I am on the right path. This is what I wanted to do.
Exactly. Yeah, I knew I wouldn't be able to survive without jiu-jitsu. It's literally, I think it's for some people it's a stupid saying, but like jiu-jitsu saved my life is something like real for a lot of people. So it's what keeps me alive, I would say.
How has jiu-jitsu saved your life, improved your life?
I would say like mentally, it helped me a lot. Struggling like with, this part of mine that wouldn't be able to continue with the stuff. I would always use jiu-jitsu as an example. I would be like, I'm just gonna live once. As I do it with jiu-jitsu, that I just send it. I just go and compete and do my best. I should do my best in college. I should do my best with my girlfriend, with my family, with my friends. So it's like a good example that it planted on me.
The character it gave you, right? The character training.
Exactly. And I mean, I met
brought out the best in you.
Exactly, brought out the best in me in that way. I met a lot of amazing people. I learned a lot in life, not just jiu-jitsu wise. So I would say that's something that I rescue from this journey.
Yeah. What was your first trip outside of Costa Rica?
My
for
first
jiu-jitsu?
trip. Oh, it was a good one, but a bad one, cause it was for Houston Open. I remember like
What was it?
Houston Open.
Houston Open,
Yeah, it was for jiu-jitsu, and it was 2015. And I got my visa, all that stuff, got my hotel. I was traveling with some guys that I knew, and I was doing all of it by myself. And I was so sure that I registered for the band, and
oh my god,
I came down and I wasn't. It was like juvenile. I was like in my gear and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was juvenile 1.
Juvenile 1. Oh my god.
Blue belt featherweight. No, light feather. I used to fight light feather. By the time I was pretty small. And they were calling the names, well, the division, and I wasn't there, and I was like asking like, what is going on? I'm supposed to be registered, and all my friends were like, oh my god, Julian, come on. So it was the first experience. It was a nice trip. I got to meet some people, and I enjoyed it, but I couldn't compete. So it was my first.
So you
trip.
you didn't register for the tournament, or you registered for the wrong category?
No, I didn't register at all. I think
Okay.
I did my membership, and I thought I registered for the tournament. I didn't know better, so
It's
it
like,
was
man,
just a little mistake.
it's not that uncommon for those things to happen for IBJJF.
really?
Where Kevin's laughing because it's like
It happened to you?
well, it happens. But many people, like, you know, for like one thing, like you didn't pay attention, maybe the money didn't go through or something, and you didn't get registered,
Yeah.
or you didn't know that you're supposed to show up early, right? And so you show up like around the time, and then
Yeah.
you missed your match, or you know, or just the weight, right? Not knowing the weight, and maybe you're like 0.1 over and you get disqualified.
Yeah, it was a bad feeling. But yeah, the trip overall was good. I met some people like Dentino, like Mike Kalimbas too.
Michael Imbus,
Yeah,
the photographer.
He's still friends with me.
Yeah.
So it was a good trip overall. Like even though I didn't compete, but yeah, it was
Learn,
nice
watch matches.
experience. Yeah. And then I think my second tournament was Miami Open,
Okay.
and I won my division in gi and no-gi, so it was good. Yeah,
And juvenile still.
it was juvenile.
Nice.
Still. Yeah, that was the first one out of Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, I was like doing my competitions. By at that time, there were no kids, or maybe just a couple, and I was one of the biggest ones. So I remember I was like fighting juvenile like 13, 14. And then like at 14, there were no more kids. So I would like fight the juvenile division. It was just one guy, maybe just one match. And then I remember my parents would sign like a letter to the organizers, letting them know that they give permission for them to let me compete in the adult
Division, yeah.
So I was like I believe orange belt competing in blue belt division.
I love that one.
And now with
they
the
allow.
smash it, yeah, they would allow it by that time. So yeah, it was pretty good. Had some tough times there, but like a good experience for me. Yeah.
How has jiu-jitsu grown from when was that? 10 years ago?
That was probably like 10 years ago.
Yeah. 10 years ago till now, like jiu-jitsu in Costa Rica.
I would say there's some good people that have come out of it, like that they are fighting professionally now. But I can see the changes in gyms, like the way they train. It's not. It's probably still amateur for some people, but they've been like traveling outside. They've been learning from good people too. So I would say it's not bad at all. I train in so many places in the U.S., in Europe, even Middle Eastern, and like I can say
The Middle East,
Middle East, and I can say Costa Rica level is like pretty high. Like I would say is more than average. So I think we're doing pretty good to be honest.
especially for a small country, right?
Especially for a 6 million people.
Yeah.
country.
Why do you think that is?
It's probably like I don't know, the rice and beans that make us strong. Yeah, but I'd say like we're pretty committed and like we like to, you know, highlight ourselves
Yeah.
out of the regular people.
Yeah. I think you had asked me what my favorite things about Costa Rica is. I mean, just the nature, the surfing, just the beautiful countryside too, right? The people are nice, but I think of like the lifestyle, like I compare it to like Brazil, right? And like the lifestyle, people are like they're relaxed, they enjoy, but they like to fight. They like to get it, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think that's what that is the scene, the scenery, the nature, the lifestyle, the way that people are?
Yeah. Well, I always like tell people or like, well, maybe brand myself as a pura vida lifestyle.
Pura vida,
And
yeah.
it's basically like just happiness, good vibes, like always trying to bring, joy into people. So I would say like sun, beach, mountains is like just makes you happy. Like they say some places in Europe, for example, that they're like cold every day of the year. They say people are sad, and I believe that's true. But yeah, I would say like Costa Ricans are like pretty pura vida. Like it means pure life,
Yeah.
and it's something that um, is like a thing from us, you know.
Yeah,
So
when you say hi or bye, you're pura vida
yeah, it's
everywhere.
like pura vida for everything. It's to say thank you, bye, even hello. But yeah, I think like us Costa Ricans are always like that in combination of always wanting to become better is like the best combination in this case for me to level up.
I think there's something to that, right? Like having fun, enjoying life, being happy, right? Brings out the greatness, brings out the best in you when you're having fun, enjoying.
Yeah, yeah. I think like that's one of the best things for me to live in Costa Rica. I was having I wouldn't change anything like from my life, like my childhood or even now. I feel like Costa Rica was the greatest place to be raised at.
Yeah, it's gonna be It's gonna change right in Austria now with
Yeah, it's
the
gonna
cold.
be a big change. I mean, I'm still gonna go to Costa Rica
Yeah,
sometimes,
yeah,
and
of
I'm
course.
gonna take the most out of it whenever I go to the beach. This is my family and stuff like that. But it's definitely something for better. And I love Austria. Like now, my goals is to do one of the biggest academies in Austria and one of the greatest in the world, hopefully. And well, aside from that, is like if I'm gonna try not to break my leg, but I have the goal to be decent at snowboarding now,
Okay.
since there's snow and mountains. But yeah, it's a beautiful country, and
You surf.
I used to surf. I wasn't like the best one. I was like maybe a purple belt in surfing
Okay.
in Costa Rica, but I haven't done it like in 4 years maybe. But I mean I still like it. I focus all my time in jiu-jitsu now.
Nice, nice. What's gonna be the name of the gym in Austria?
It's gonna be Renzo Gracie, Austria. Yeah. So basically, it's me and one of my coach Arturo Wesson. You mentioned him
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
He's a John Danaher black belt actually.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be training there, doing my camps in that gym as well, and just
I'd love
try-
to talk to him if he ever comes to LA.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can make that happen.
yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna be training there. We have some friends tough training, like some guys from Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
They're Yiğit and Özgür Hanay. They're like twin brothers. One of the toughest guys I've met in this world. So my camps are gonna be with them as well. And what I was telling you, like, we feel like not like in a bad way, but Austria is gonna make us maybe tougher people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if you go there and just be comfortable with life, maybe you get suffer, and it's like, well, I have a good life, first world country. I don't have to worry about anything. But like, you have to always be looking for something that challenges you.
To
And
grow, right?
one example that I was talking about yesterday with Arturo is like, look at Yi. Like he lives in Turkey, and I mean, he has his gym. He like does well, and like he's always like telling him, kidding with him that he looks like a Navy SEAL because he's always looking for challenges. And one is a story that we have is like 6 months ago, we were in London in a real nice hotel, 5-star hotel, and he was like, "No, this is too comfortable for me. I can't do this." And he had like a really nice bed, and he was like, "No, I'm not sleeping there." He slept in the floor for some reason, and Arthur was like, "Yeah, this guy is just different.
He's different.
So his trainings are just like that." Yeah, but yeah, that's something that he has.
What were some of the things you did to improve your skills to level up in Costa Rica?
In Costa Rica, I would say like, well, I would say smart trainings.
Smart training.
Yeah, because before I would just go and hang out with my friends basically, and I wouldn't take it that seriously. And then every time I would go train, apart from just hanging out with them, we would just try to kill each other every day. Like
Just hard
we-
train. You would do hard training, try to prove, right? To
exactly,
who's better.
like just ego thing, trying to take each other's head. But then like when I moved gyms, I started like to understand that it wasn't just that; it was about growing.
Getting better.
getting better, and not just that, if not trying to implement as much new stuff that works for you as fast as you can, so you can just become better and better, and then apply it in real life. So I would say that uh, being able to understand and take the ego aside, and understand that I was just about, I had to focus and worry about learning, and then I would train with like not bad guys, but like white belts and blue belts.
Trained it down.
That's the way I do it.
Dan and her
So-
would always say that you get better when training down. That's how you improve your skills.
exactly. So I would
So
just
take care of
train
those
with
white belts.
them. Exactly, you gotta take care of them.
Be grateful to the white belts because they
exactly.
get better
I'm-
too, right?
I'm so grateful. Yeah, and they get better too. So yeah, I'm to this day I still do it that way. If I learn something new, we're like in the camp, but not like super close to a fight, and I'm trying to add something new to my game, I will try with the white belts and blue belts on like really small people and see if it works. If not, I will like just throw it away. If it worked, I will try with the better guys, and then eventually, if it works, I will like, I know that I can just do it in competition. So I would say those are the two most important like things that I've changed.
Shifted, yeah.
Also taking care of my body, like I would never be like taking care of it the right way. I would never go to physiotherapy,
Recovery things.
recovery stuff, yeah, and even like mentally, because I mean, you know how is the fighter life. Like you have to take care of it, because even though it's like what you love and it's your work, so competitions, training, teaching, it gets like
Burns you out, right? Can
burns
burn
you out. Yeah, so you have to take care of that part too. But yeah, that's like what I've been doing to
enjoy. Do some. So even when you have downtime, it's not downtime. You're still training, but because you're recovering from the training and maybe the stresses, right? Of all the things.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you do any mindset training, like a mental coach or anything like that?
So my strength conditioning coach is also like what's the name? Like I don't know the name in English.
Like a mental coach, yeah.
Yeah. So he's also that for me. And I also have my psychologist and stuff. So between them two, they like help me on my mental part, and like with the coach, it's mostly about like preparation for tournaments, like mindset for trainings, and what I should like focus on to think or plan, even like plan how I'm gonna do stuff, like breathing and stuff like that.
How important do you think that mental training is?
I would say it's like 50-50 with the physical part.
Besides all the technique and the training and the drilling and
yeah, I feel like it's really, really important. Like I would say most of the people I know that they're fighting at the highest level, they take care of that part too.
they invest in that, they spend time.
Exactly. I feel like it's the only way if you want to be able to enjoy what you're doing. Because I know a lot of people, like, they've been at the top and all of a sudden they just disappearing. It's because they got rid of they got tired of it. They don't want to do it anymore because they ended up hating it. It's just like the kids. Like, whenever any parent bring their kids to the kids class, I'm like, just don't force them to come. Set your limits. Maybe, I don't know, but however you want. You have to come one time per week.
Yeah.
And the other two, you might not come. But don't force them to come. If not, like, I've seen, like, talented kids that the parents are like, no, you have to go. And they're, like, crying. And they just don't want to be there. And eventually they stop coming. And it's, like, wasted talent or potential. So I feel like it's just the same with you. Like, take care of your mental health. And then you're going to enjoy your work. And you're going to be able to last as many years as you want in this sport.
Go the distance, right?
Exactly.
What are some things that you do for mental training?
Well, first of all, go to psychologist. Then I would like, apart from, so I have a book that is the most appreciated thing I have is just like techniques, because that's a way that I learn faster. That's another thing that I forgot to mention. Like anything that I learn, I either record it, but like
You take notes.
then whenever I get home, I take notes. For me, that's like being able to write it with my hand, like handwrite it.
Handwriting is different than
Exactly. Than just like
putting writing on your phone,
Exact-
typing it.
yeah. I feel like that's a way for me to remember stuff easier. And like I never take a look at that book to be honest, but just the fact of writing it makes it easier to stick on my mind. But yeah, so apart from this, like writing what I did on the day, like what I'm grateful for, what I did in training because that's all I did, train and compete. What I did that wasn't the best thing or something that I failed, I write it down and then I know that I can work on that. It's a way, uh, so something that I see that I can become a little bit better.
Okay, so what you want to work on, what you're grateful for.
Exactly.
What?
Mistakes that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I want to do tomorrow is something that I do it most of the days. Is like, what's my goal for tomorrow?
What's your goal, like
In
daily?
Daily, exactly.
Do you like plan out like your for that year? Big goals. You write down your big goals.
Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do for the year, but mostly like I focus day by day. I don't because I can't control what is gonna happen in the future, and I don't worry about the past either. But I would say day by day is how I plan it. It's like tomorrow I want to be able to do this, and yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, I would say write what I feel sometimes, like
How you
not
feel.
just like jujitsu wise, just like how I feel, or just talk about it with someone, like even my mom, for example. So yeah, that's something that I find helpful for me. Yeah.
How do you? So you've been competing for how many years now?
So I started in 2009. I started competing like in 2012. So it's been like 13 years of competing.
And so, what are keys to what are some keys that have kept you competing consistently that long?
I think always knowing that there's better things to win, and knowing now that I can actually win them, and I just think like if there's a will, there's a way.
There's a will, there's a way.
So I would say like always setting bigger goals. So 2023 I ended up third. 2024 I ended up second in world's black belt. So now I just know that the next step is being a world champion. So always knowing that I can do better and better and better. And all I think about when I wanna do something is like I wanna make myself proud, and I don't have to prove anyone wrong. But at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna just give them the joy of seeing me fail. So that's how I always like think whenever I'm gonna do something, and like I think about my family and like my friends, my inner circle, that I just wanna be able to see them making me see them like
Make them proud.
make them proud basically. Yeah. When I be able to let them see me do well in life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are some setbacks you've had in these
Well,
last years?
I
10 years plus.
yeah, I would say like jiu-jitsu is like a great community, but sometimes it can be toxic. So maybe like friends or like people I used to trust a lot, that they would let me down, and I would be like, oh, I wouldn't think you were actually gonna make this to me. But then it was like better, so I could get out of that space.
Relationship, maybe?
Yeah, relationship or
Friendship,
just
yeah.
or place, and just meet new people with good intentions that they have the same mindset or even better than me. And I've been just trying to surround myself with people that are on the same mission, or that they want to make better of themselves or even more than me, so I can just not follow their lead, but
Learn, right? And
learn. Yeah, exactly. So I would say that like not bad people, but just people that wouldn't fit in my life. And then I haven't had any bad injuries, thank God. But maybe just failing. I would want to win a tournament, for example, and I would lose, and I would be like, oh, I suck, and then I would be like, no, I don't suck. Like losing is the best thing that could ever happen to me, because I would see that I can continue growing. So maybe that. And I think like, oh well, I lost my grandmother and my grandparent from my mom, part of my mom. My grandfather like 5 years ago, and my grandmother like a month ago. So
Sorry.
oh, don't worry. So it was like weird because 5 years ago I was like about to leave for Worlds, and I was like, should I go? I don't know if I should do this. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and try to do this, and then hopefully I'll make him proud. And it was the same thing this year because it was in December. She was pretty sick, and I was like, I'm gonna go and try to do my best at Worlds, and then come back and see her and like be with her, spend the last days with her. So I feel like that just inspired me to become a better person because she would always tell me like, I want you to do good in life and become a better person than what you are right now. And I know that you can just do whatever you want. And she was like, I want you to go out of Costa Rica. Like, I know you're going to Austria and just live your life, be happy. But yeah, it's good. And every time, so I live like 5 houses away from hers. So now, so it was weird because every time I would come to a tournament and I would go back to Costa Rica, I would always land in Costa Rica, get out of the airport, and stop at her house and come by and say hi, and then go to my house. And now, like last time I came back to Costa Rica, I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop and say bye, hi, and I was like, fuck, she's in there, and that feeling was bad, but it was also like, okay, I know I have to continue doing what she told me to do, because she isn't here physically, but is spiritually
Inside in your spirit.
So that's something that makes me want to continue this journey and do the most that I can.
That's what it's about. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, parents, making our parents and grandparents proud, family, right? And true friends.
Yes, sir. That's the most important thing in life. Just, if you wanna be a great one, you have to surround yourself with good people.
Yeah. Do you speak German?
I've been learning.
You've been learning? Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sí, un poco.
Have you seen it? Un poco.
Un poco. Even in Spanish, I can speak. Yeah, I just know the basic stuff like, ich heiße Julian. Ich bin
sehr gut in Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah. Yeah.
I lived in Germany when I was a kid for like 7 years. Yeah, Munich. It's not too far from Austria.
Okay. Yeah, I just know the basics like ich
You'll
komme
learn.
aus Costa Rica, and like stuff like that. Ich bin a professional sportler, something like that.
Yeah, sports.
But yeah, I'm learning. I have to learn.
You'll learn. Yeah, no doubt. The good thing is you can speak the language of jiu-jitsu, right?
Exactly,
Which is
exactly.
worldwide. It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, that's makes you grow, right? Makes you be the best person you can be.
Exactly. That's the way. But yeah, that's a fun fact that you speak German.
Yeah, went to German schools and everything. Yeah, it was a great time. I love the culture. I love everybody makes fun of each other, like the nearby countries and stuff. But I love Austria. I love Germany.
Yeah.
I love all those areas. Yeah, and Austria is very interesting. They have like the Red Bull, right? The Red Bull like training center there.
Yeah, they have it.
Yeah, and I met some guys there, and they invest a lot in sport.
Yeah, they do. It's actually like even now that we're opening the academy, like all the process for residence and like passport is like fairly easy because you're bringing something helpful for the country that is a sport, and they see that's a special talent. So
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to access the country.
Jiu-jitsu opening up
through
the
that
doors,
part.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Because you're more focused on no-gi. How did that happen? Where you got more focused in no-gi?
I think the switch of gyms made it happen because Renzo Gracie Costa Rica is a little bit more focused on no-gi than the gi. They still do gi. But I think it was a combination of that they were focusing a little bit more on it, and that the first training and the hardest training is at 6 a.m.
6 a.m. in
6
Costa
a.m.
Rica.
Costa Rica.
That's
get
a
to see
real
beautiful
gym.
sunsets, so-
Yeah.
Sunrises.
Sunrises, yeah.
Sunrises. So that's a good thing about it. But yeah, it's 6 a.m. and then I would go live through the day, and then we have another session at 6 p.m. No-gi session. So the gi class is at 7:15 to 9. So by 7, I just want to go home because I'm tired. So I think that's one of the reasons I wish I could do gi, but it's like pretty late at night.
You don't have enough time, right?
Yeah.
You have to specialize or
Yeah.
focus on one.
And I still like it. Like anytime that I can do it. Well, I actually trained with Thomas on Friday with the gi, and
Here?
here,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
So the last time I put on a gi before Friday was like 9 months ago.
Wow.
And I think my back and my hands are still hurting, but it was a nice experience.
And then you competed this weekend, right?
This weekend,
Yeah.
no-gi, yeah, just no-gi.
Yeah.
But I still like the gi. I think I'm gonna go back to it this year. But then I knew I could do better in no-gi because I was just doing it, and I was pretty good at gi. But then I found that I was maybe a little bit better in no-gi. So I decided to take that path and like just do that. I feel like a lot of people, I'm not saying it's impossible, but a lot of people tell you to find balance in jiu-jitsu or in life. But I feel like, first of all, balance is different for everybody. And then like if you balance things, what is the result that it gives you is zero, right? So I feel like you can be pretty good at both. For example, in this case in jiu-jitsu, but if you want to be extraordinary in both, it's almost impossible. Like some people can do it, but I feel like it's easier for you to just focus on one and be exceptional in that one and maybe decent in another one. So I took the decision to just do no-gi, and it's been great. I've been able to stay at the top of the sport right now in the black belt divisions. So yeah, that's something good.
That's cool, man. That's cool. What are your thoughts on IBJJF versus ADCC?
Well, I competed in anything that they invite me or that I decide to go.
Yeah.
But I feel like some people just compete in one of them or the other because the rules are just favors them. But I feel like you have to be, just like in jiu-jitsu, you have to be well-rounded. Do guard, pass guard, do everything. I feel like in jiu-jitsu is the same. If you want to be able to be a professional, like you have to adapt yourself to any rule set. So IBJ is cool. Like you can play with the points. Some people just like, do 2 points and then don't fight anymore. They just like hold positions and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's part of it. Like you
have to learn,
like,
right?
Like they say, don't what's the saying? Don't blame the player, blame the game, something like that. And ADCC school is just I feel like it's just a pace that is a little bit faster. But it's cool. Like, it makes you actually fight, so it's entertaining too. I enjoy it. I like both of them, and I'm probably still gonna compete in the two.
Yeah, for sure. How about the CGI this last year?
CGI, it was an awesome tournament. It was just a breakthrough tournament. People wouldn't expect it. They thought it was just a lie, that it wasn't actually gonna happen, but it happened, and a couple people became basically millionaires. They invested their money, and now they're living a good life. It's coming. I don't know if it's this year or next year. The CGI too.
It's this year, right? Yeah,
This
this year
year.
during Master Worlds and the Jiu-Jitsu Con.
Oh, okay.
So that's like,
Team battles.
what's that?
Team versus team.
Team versus team.
It's team tournament, yeah. And there's a lot of teams. I think there's like Alliance, Checkmat, 10 Planet, and there's one special team that they call the Misfits.
Misfits.
So it's basically a combination of athletes that don't belong to a big team. So yeah, I'm trying to make my way into that team. For the 60 years, I will be in the 66 division. So yeah,
66 kilogram.
66 kilogram. So yeah, 66, 77, 88, I think 99 and plus 99. But yeah, so I feel like I will be a really good fit in that team. Just because I know that Craig doesn't want you have to be good, obviously, but some people are good, but they're boring.
Yeah.
But I know I can bring the best out of both worlds. Like be good at jiu-jitsu and
Be
be
exciting.
super entertaining. Like I know anytime I go to a tournament, I just don't focus on winning. I focus even more if it's like a private tournament. People go there and pay for your tickets because they want to see action. They don't want to see two guys just like, holding positions, be boring. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's part of CJI.
Mm-hmm.
So I can bring that to the team. That's what I can offer to them.
Hell yeah. I look
So
forward to it.
hopefully, yeah. And I mean, $1 million, who wouldn't want it?
Who are some of your favorite competitors, jiu-jitsu?
I would say. So when I was a kid, I would look up for the Mendes Bros a lot. When I played gi, I used to do a lot of lapel guard and like split
Lapel
guard
guard,
and all of that. So I would see a lot of Keenan Cornelius and stuff. Well, Jacare, I used to like his style a lot.
Jacare,
Yeah, and I think those guys
judo takedowns and all
do the
the-
takedowns too. But yeah, I feel like those were my
Jacare and the
samples to
Mendes
go.
brothers
Yeah,
inspired you to,
be jiu-jitsu grappler.
yeah. What about like in the new school, like the newer, younger guys now?
Myself,
Good,
obviously.
good. Yeah, hell yeah.
Who else? I would say I always like Eddie Wolverine. I think he doesn't train that much anymore.
Eddie Cummings.
Eddie Cummings, yeah, he was like pretty good. I always look up for him. Well, he is kind of old school now,
Yeah.
but
He gave there's the Scott Sonnen, the founder of TACFED. He was a sambo guy,
oh really?
and I read an article of Eddie Cummings that he would study his some of his techniques, his instructionals. He had a thing called mastering the saddle.
Mastering the saddle.
Mastering the saddle.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I was like, I appreciate that. Was cool to see that,
Yeah.
giving
for
credit
sure.
where credit's due, right?
Yeah.
But he was like smart, right? Really smart, and
Yeah, he's a really smart guy. Yeah, he just made jiu-jitsu another whole world. Like he changed a lot of the no-gi stuff
Yeah.
that we see now.
it was like first of the Danaher Death Squad.
yeah,
crew,
he was
right?
one of the first members of the crew. But yeah, he's a legend now.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's like, well, I don't really know because I even fight these guys now. Thank God. But I would say like, I like the style of Mateusz Cicinski. Like he's a really good leg locker. Joseph Chen is really good too. He's passing.
It's passing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think those guys are the ones that come to my mind right now. So yeah.
You're gonna be teaching a workshop today. What are some techniques you're gonna be?
I was gonna teach sliding actually, one-on-one. That is what I do. To attack the back and to go outside ashi. Something that I always do like in tournament and trainings. And it works very well for me. So hopefully I can transfer that knowledge to all the guys that come to the session.
Yeah, awesome, man. Look forward to it. Yeah, it's great to have you here, man. I remember the first time you came with Tomas. You've always been very like low key, like humble, like really nice, kind, And so when Tomas is like, he's coming out here this week, and I was like, yeah, we gotta have you come out. It's been amazing to see you, winning and doing well in all the international big tournaments, beating good guys, and it's really great to see somebody from Costa Rica, right, to do that at the highest levels.
Yeah. I remember the first time I came, I was just stunned by the academy. I love the academy. Anytime I come, I'm like, this is a nice academy. I wanna. I remember when I came here the first time, I was like, I wish I can have an academy like this in the future. 'Cause
Legacy.
Yeah, I just love how it looks. And well, I feel like I'm at home anytime I come here. And well, thank you for having me, for letting me teach here too.
Yeah,
It's
it's an honor for us. Yeah,
so yeah, looking forward to come a lot of more times in
for
the
sure,
future.
for sure. Your house, and hopefully in the U.S. when you come to visit us.
For sure.
Yeah. Any shout outs you want to give? And
Well, you can go to Renzo Gracie Vienna in Instagram, give us a follow, and like
Yeah.
hopefully if you ever go to Europe as well, we'll have you and any of you guys that go there. And nothing, just my teammates, my family, anybody that is always supporting me. And well, I have my sponsors in Costa Rica. Dr. Dana Rich is my dentist, keeps the nice smile. And well, Fabian Calvo from FMSS Center is like where I lived and stuff. Like he has helped me to avoid any
your mental
injuries.
coach too.
Exactly, my mental coach as well. So yeah, shout out to them, shout out to the Costa Ricans, and well, yeah, that's it I think. And thank you for having me here and Kev for
Thank you,
for the
brother.
whole setup.
Thank you. Pura vida.
Pura vida. Thank you.